In this video, we're going to look at how to write to a file in Ruby a couple of different ways. I have a working file here, 1203.rb, should be available on the DVD or via the website if you have a subscription with VTC. The first little block that we have here is just a simple little while loop that reads in a line from the console and then prints out the reverse of that line. So it's just a cute little thing, but you can see how you can actually write. And the puts is implicit back out to the console. Now you might be saying, well, what does that mean? I mean, you're just writing back out the console. Well, the thing to understand is that the way Unix, especially type systems, approach it, the console is just another type of file. So I'm just kind of demonstrating that writing out is just a simple act. The computer doesn't really care. The OS doesn't really care whether it's the console or a file. So that's what we're going to see with that. And then the second thing is we're going to open a file with write access. So we're going to write to this file called line count. And then inside that block, when we have that open, we're going to open this file for read access, and we're going to loop through each line of that, get that line, and then we're going to write out, this is the main statement that we need to look at here, we're going to write out to file A, right here, the file we have open for writing, and we're going to put the line length. So let's go ahead and run this and see what we get. So the first thing is it just is going to echo back, and I could just as easily redirect that to a file. The system doesn't really distinguish between it. That's the main thing to get there. Now the next thing is just I'm gonna hit Control D here, and then it looked like it just ended, but actually it created this line count, and if I go in here and take a look at it, you can see that we have the number of lines that are in here. So that's what this little exercise does, and let's remove that file and we can rerun this again, and I'm just going to hit Control D, and you can see that each line in there. So if we do a more on the test file, what essentially this is saying, there's 20 characters in this line, 32 characters, 32, 32, 9, 21, and it's counting one. There's actually just a blank line here, but it's actually a line feed there. So that just is a very simple example of how you write to a file using puts. And you can also do the same thing with print and printing out. So anything that you can do to the console is pretty straightforward to be writing it out to the file in this manner. Just keep in mind that if you're doing something like with the Highline library that we looked at on another video, that you're not going to get exactly what you thought, because the console will respond to embedded commands where a file is just going to look like some funny looking text embedded inside your text. So be careful with using libraries that are meant to be used with the console.